Hey, Mom.
Yes.
So, like, me and Michelle were wondering, it's a question that we ask ourselves a lot, because you were, and it's an accomplishment, and I know you don't like it being bragged on and stuff, because you're not like that, but you were the first Latina cop in Milwaukee's history.
Yes.
That's just a fact. But one thing that me and Michelle always wonder, and Ken too, we always like, why did your mom become a cop? Because you're so not like cop mentality. Because like I've even asked you before, like, because you were like, I was thinking about being a PO, but I just couldn't do it because I can't lock people up. I don't want to treat people. So like, why did you become a cop?
Because I needed a job. And they started hiring women maybe in 74 or 75. Milwaukee Police Department heard about the benefits, heard about the pay. So I thought, well, let me try. And I did. And I passed all the tests, all the requirements, and I became the first female Latin police officer.
Yeah, my apologies. Yep, I said first first female.
I mean, I don't think everyone knows that Latina is
there's a dog.
female.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying, Mom. Yep.
So,
Oh no, there's a dog running with a leash.
turn it off, honey.
Okay.
Is he okay?
I need to just put more of the information that I know into my music, because I've been holding back a lot. And the reason I've been holding back a lot is just simply because I don't want to turn off a lot of my fans, man. My fans on the street, my fans in the hood. And I gotta have the right approach with the shit that I'm trying to say. Okay. Yeah. I did it once, I could do it again. I drew a clear view in the booth with a pen. Okay. Get up close and I'm roofing your chin. Plus my coupe lost the roof when it blew in the wind. My soul pure, but this music is sin. I flew in with my brothers, well, you flew with your friends. It's 7 in the Sprinter, plus it's 2 in the Benz. Knock another town down, we gon' do it again. Pink salmon, white rice, keep gambling hot dice. Lord Mom, we don't even freeze for the cop lights. When I'm high, I can hear the souls talking to me. Gold lost his legs, but he can still walk through me. When Fleet called for duty, it sound like a war movie. It's yours truly. I remember Coke was pure beauty. Bring it back to the army jacket. 7 grams started packing. Quarterback it, 8 ball in the side pocket. Caught in traffic. Rain almost over. Roll the game's going colder. They start chatting when they name on the folder. While you broke, you still worry about who chain more golder. The general gonna try to put the blame on the soldier. I be cooking pancakes while looking at landscape. You put it in your man's fake. We shook him like a handshake. My team set the rules and give the mandates. Plant-based smoking on that shit that leave you clan-baked. My fan been straight. My advance was 10 plates. My advance was 10 watts. So when we in the stew, we just dance and sip grapes. We dance and sip grapes. Left waist, legs tied on my 5th state. When I tell you he a bitch, it ain't for clickbait. Pockets full of that Draymond Green. Your favorite rapper beefing, whoa, that's a fiend on fiend.
Country black bitch. The boy said, go back to your home country, black bitch. White people, some are nice, some are not nice. But today, I was just offended, to be honest. The boy said, go back to your home country, black bitch.
Which boy is that?
I can't say. We're all equal, to be honest. So I don't know why he thinks he's better than everyone.
Wow.
And that black people are different.
Wow.
It's unfair.
Right.
Mom, you probably don't know this, but in the 1800s, black people were slaves. I know it's different now, but like white people are still treating us like we're ants.
Wow. Wow.
It's unfair.
That's real
To
talk.
be honest. Especially because that's my home country. I wasn't brought up that way. I was brought up to love everyone.
Good for you, man.
Okay, all I want is love, really. Although I don't even know what's in him. I don't know what he was thinking.
Hey, baby.
Because in my school,
Right.
guys, I mostly get the blame for anything, no matter if someone does something to me first. All I'm saying is,
I'll be there in a
white
second.
people need to change. And my mom and dad didn't bring me up that way. Brought me up that way. We're supposed to love all of each other. Even if we're not siblings, even if we're not friends, you can't treat someone else because of their skin color.
Wow.
It's unfair. Okay, what if I treated you that way? Okay. All I can say is that black people get the worst treatment.
And I'm sorry again that, someone made you feel like, it's alright. I love you, Malachi. Someone made you feel like, oh, you're a piece of, mud or something. No, you're not. You have your own family and you're loved by your family. Okay? Just remember that.
It's a cold world. Dress warm. Peace and blessings. It's Sunday. It is Sunday, July 21st, 2024. I want to start out by saying I hope everyone's weekend is going well. Hope life's treating you well. Hope you're going to vote Democrat, if you would, please. Yeah. And shout out Japan. Check the list this morning to see who's been tuning in and checking us out. We got 2 new Japans this morning. And I see someone went down a rabbit hole on our podcast. So I'm going to assume it's a new listener, because someone downloaded a bunch of our episodes. So they're going down a rabbit hole listening. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yep. Like I was saying, I think it was yesterday I was saying, a lot of this, the podcasting we do, I'll say half the reason Michelle and I created this podcast is to talk about life. If I'm just keeping it basic and just real life. I've been to prison. You know what I'm saying? Grew up in the city of Milwaukee. Experiencing parole and probation. I'm still on parole. I'm literally the 24th of this month. So what's that, 3 days from now? I'll literally have 24 months left of parole. And I'll be off. I've been out 11 years now. Yep, every April 8th, which is my son's birthday. How crazy is that, too? Like, I got released from prison on my son's birthday. Yep, April 8th, 2013. Yep, completed that earned release program at RCI, Racine Correctional Institution, for anyone that's listening from the mill. That's short for Milwaukee. People are like, what's the mill? People ain't listening. Yeah. But, man, yeah. So that's what, we talk about. Yep, April 8th, 2013, got released. I've been out, and I got receipts. You know what I'm saying? I've changed. You know what I'm saying? I was robbing, stealing, doing all kinds of just, dumb stuff. And it took me 3 times, going in and out of prison, in and out of jail, all that kind of stuff. Yep, it was my 3rd time. After that 7 years, I did 7 years and 3 months. Yep. And then people were like, because when I entered that earned release program, like the counselors and stuff, because when I got in that earned release program, I only had, I think I had like a little bit over a year left. And the earned release program was 6 months. So, if you do the math, this is like, that's only a 6 month difference. You know what I'm saying? And I had done, at that point, like well over 6 years. You know what I mean? So, like, even the counselors they were asking me, they were like, you know, during orientation, they're like, are you sure you want to do the program? They're like, you only got 6 months to MR. You know, if you don't do it, like, you're only saving 6 months, is what I'm saying. And I was like, yeah, I realize that, but I want to change. I'm sick of coming in and out of prison, you know what I'm saying? And let me say, too, I take responsibility for anything I've done, because life is about choices, right? From the biggest ones to the smallest one. Just think about it. From the second you get up in the morning, whatever time it is you get up, you start making decisions. When you get up, you decide, am I going to eat something? Nah, I'll just wait. But what a negative consequence of waiting to eat is, you know, around lunchtime, your stomach's going to be growling, talking to you. Like, damn, I'm hungry. I should have ate something. That's a choice. I mean, it's just a small example, but, you know, and then the big ones. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, when I was talking about the receipts, I've been out here. I haven't been back to jail or prison not one day, not for a second. When I got released, I remained released because I wanted to be on the stay out plan, not the get out plan. You know what I'm saying? But I know I'm rambling a little bit, but yeah, life is stressful, but I'm doing well. You know what I mean? Yeah, just don't want to have any slip ups, you know, or fuck ups. You know, I just want to make it off this paper. But yeah, but that's one of the main reasons we did that, is to talk about things, because this is therapy for us. You know what I mean? And I like having a platform where I can just be brutally honest about things and share my experiences. Because I know there's someone listening that's been to prison or jail before and shit like that. And they can, you know, they can relate to what I'm talking about. I wouldn't trade that experience in for nothing in the world, because it shaped me. You know what I mean? But like I was saying, like, I wanted to participate in that program because I wanted to change. I was like, man, I'm sick of coming in here, like, getting out, getting yourself established, getting an apartment, getting a job, all that kind of stuff, you know, and then just to fuck it all up and then have it all get broke down and then have to get out and start all over again. I got tired of that. You know what I mean? So I had to figure some things out. So, you know, I had to change my way of thinking, because there's no change. I don't care what it is, whether it's, you know, with your individual life, whether it comes to like employment, relationship, just all that stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like just in politics and changes in the world, like there's going to be no change. No change can happen, no matter what it is. No change can happen unless the mind changes. And we need, like, as far as these laws and stuff like that, things aren't going to truly be better for black and brown people until we have mostly black and brown people making the laws. That's just a fact. That's just basic. I think a 15-year-old could figure that out. Because despite how anyone might feel about it, you know, white people are dominating the laws. They make the laws. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. Even if you got some cool white people and they're making laws, they're still going to be a little more biased towards their people, just because they're not black or brown. So you have to have black and brown people in there making laws. Because see, here's the other thing. If it's mostly black and brown people in there making laws, we're not going to be trying to like strip things from white people and like fuck them over all of a sudden. We're not into that. We just want what's ours. We just want things to be fair. If you go look on my Twitter handle, you know, where it says like your description or whatever, you can look on there. From day one, when I created my Twitter page or whatever it's called, my saying is, my whole goal in life is for things to be fair. I'm about fairness. Like, you shouldn't get to do something I can't. You know what I mean? Like, what makes you better than me? Or what makes you, you know what I mean? Why should you be able to get that and I can't? Just because you're white. Yeah, that's always been bullshit to me. Like, I knew what side of the fence I was on probably from the second I came out my mother's womb. I knew I was Democrat. I knew it. You know what I mean? Yeah, but just having a little Sunday, you know, therapy session. Sitting here, petting my dog, Chewy. He's our 5-month-old pug. Yep. So I just got some clothes in the laundry, and then Michelle and I are about to meet up. Well, my mom's gonna come pick us up, and we're gonna go get a little breakfast, just catch up, you know. And yeah, I'm gonna holler at my mother too. Like I was telling y'all, like my mom doesn't, because she doesn't like to be all like out there with stuff and share her personal life and stuff like that, which is totally respectable. But you know, my mom was the first Latina Milwaukee police officer in the city's history. Yeah. And so I want to give her flowers. You know, she raised 2 boys, single mom. You know, our father wasn't around, you know what I mean? And she came up here, like, we were born in Indiana, and we came up in, you know, East Chicago, Indiana. You know, Gary, Hammond, and all that. We got friends and family out there and stuff, but we came up here when I was 2. My brother was 4. You know what I'm saying? My mom got herself a job and then applied for the police academy and stuff like that and got hired. And because we always used to ask Mom, like, why did you become a cop? Because she's so, like, not a cop in her mentality and attitude and just how she sees life. She was like, honey, I needed a job. I had 2 young kids. I needed a job. I needed to make sure I could take care of you guys and have some security. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But anyways, I'm going to go pull these clothes out the laundry. I just wanted to say good morning to everyone, and thanks for everyone listening. We're closing in on, we're getting close to like 2,400 downloads now. So we appreciate people listening. So I suppose we must be doing something right. But yeah, Democrat here though. Democrat here. And like, you know, honestly, like obviously I can't vote. But that shows you how in tuned I am. Like, and that's one thing that's frustrating to me is because when I see and hear people like that aren't going to vote, you know what I mean? And you ask them why, and they're like, oh, it's not going to affect me. Yes, it does. Everything starts locally, and then it goes on up. You know what I mean? That's not just a saying. You know, when people say all politics are local, that's not just a saying. That's some real shit. That's real. So, but I figure, you know, if I was telling Michelle this last night, if we have changed, because we have, like I said, we have close to 2,400 downloads or whatever it is. If we've changed, just think out of 2,400 downloads and the amount of listeners we have, if we've changed 3 or 4 people's minds, then we've done good. If we are able to change 3 or 4 people's minds that were Republican and that are now like going to be Democrat or at least vote Democrat, and we've done a good job. Because it's time out for the bullshit. Like, you got to pick a side now. This stuff is serious. Like that Project 2025 and all that, man, that stuff is serious, man. Trump and his goons, they, you know, and his cronies, his criminal enterprise, basically in a nutshell, they want to get rid of black and brown people. Get the brown people out the country and lock all the black people up. And that's why it's so frustrating when you have some black and brown people like fussing and fighting with each other. You know, like that racist wheelchair-bound Governor Greg Abbott out of Texas. He's the one sending, you know, a bunch of, you know, Latin people over here and stuff like that from Texas, sending them over here to like Chicago, Colorado, you know, like more democratic states, so he can get everyone in an uproar. So when you send people into the cities, you know, then you got other black and brown people like, yo, hold up, what is this? You know, and there's totally room for that argument because I'm black too. See, and that's why I understand both sides. So I understand that, like, when black people are like, yo, like, Mexican people, Latin, they're coming over here and getting all this and stuff like that. I get it. But I wish... This is where I wish the narrative could be different. Like when some like white and black people say like, oh, they're coming, Latin people are coming over here getting this. For one thing, they're not taking your jobs. White and black people, they are not taking our jobs when they come over here. Maria and Paco and Enrique and all them, they're coming over here. What are the jobs that they doing? Just think about it on a sidebar for a minute. Most of the Mexican and Latin people that you come in contact with, whatever state you're in, whether you're friends, co-workers, whether you just like casually see people out and about doing stuff, what do you see Mexican people doing? Just out and about when you see them. Most of the Mexican people I see, when I see somebody Mexican, I either see them walking to the back of their trunk, pulling out cleaning equipment, and then going into some building or to somebody's house, probably somebody white, and cleaning it. Or we're working in restaurants. Like I told you, I worked at that Carnivore here downtown in Milwaukee. I worked at Hotel Metro. I worked at a few decent restaurants, you know. And the majority of the help, you know, or the back of the house, you know, that are doing the dishes, cleaning up, you know, bringing food and water and cutting up the bread and cleaning your table and, you know, doing all that stuff, it's Mexican people. When I was at Carnivore, the dishwasher was a Mexican lady. The food runners were Mexican. The bussers were Mexican. The cooks were white. There were no black cooks. I was the only black person up in there. And like I was saying, like, there were times where like a lot of them white customers, well, I ain't gonna say a lot, but there would be a decent, you know, more than a handful. And I worked at Carnivore for 4 years. So it ain't like I was just there for, you know, for a month or two. I was there for a minute. I experienced both places because there was 2 Carnivores. There was the original one, and then that one, they got out of that one and moved next door. So I've experienced both places. They used to send, when like black people would come in, they send them down to the basement. They would get mad when black people would ask for straws, or they would get mad. Like they wouldn't say it to the customer, but they would go back in the kitchen. Like they thought it was weird that black people wanted A1 steak sauce. Who are you to say how somebody should eat their damn food? Or like if black people wanted their food well done, like they'd come in the back and, you know, complain about that. Yeah, I used to get into it with them white servers because I used to have to check them sometimes about that stuff. Yeah, I didn't like that. But yeah, so, yeah, I'm rambling now, but it's important stuff. I'm going to get out of here, get ready to go get breakfast. I'm going to let the dogs out again, maybe have a little more coffee, and keep watching the news. I'm watching CNN. Dun-dun-dun. Love CNN. They've been tripping lately, though. Because just think about it. Before all the, like Biden got sick and all that, and he started, you know what I'm saying? And the bad debate and all that stuff. Like before that, like y'all know, if you watch CNN, that's all they do is talk shit about Trump. All day. And I love it. And then all of a sudden, like, for some reason, they just kind of switched their shit up. And I'm like, man, like, so y'all need to be better. Can we get back to talking about Trump and all the foul shit he does? Can we get back to that, y'all? Jake Tapper, Caitlin Collins. And you know the other thing I noticed, too? Like, you notice how, like, on CNN, like, the 2 black shows are, like, late at night. Like, Laura Coates, she comes on at 10. Abby Phillips comes on at 9. Like, why is that? Like, why can't the white people be on at late at night? Yeah, but... All right, I'm going to get out of here, y'all. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Enjoy the music. Yeah, that was that Flea Lord, the intro music. Yeah, that's Flea Lord. Flea Lord is nice as hell. He's a newer rapper. I mean, he's been around for a while, but he's just starting to catch a little steam. But I discovered him through listening to Styles P. You know what I'm saying? And D Block and all that. Like, you know, he was on, I heard him on a track with Styles, and I was like, damn, dude is nice. And, you know, he messes with Mobb Deep. and Prodigy and all them. So he's like an old school head. I think he's like in his 30s, but he's like an old school head. But yeah, that was at Flea Lord. I'm gonna get out of here for now. Enjoy the rest of the weekend and enjoy the rest of the episode. Peace. Do we know where we're going for breakfast, baby?
Your mom didn't say.
Oh, okay, so she'll pick us. Do you want to go try that? What's that place? Starts with a Pankro? Pilcrow? Yeah.
I mean, she didn't ask, like, where do you want to go?
I'd be down just getting some coffee or something, like.
Yeah, and she didn't say, like, where we were headed.
Okay.
But maybe she's thinking Pilcrow as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go pull the clothes in a few minutes. Yeah, I was checking the stats this morning. We got 2 people that checked in from Japan.
Nice.
I was like, whoa. It's kind of surprising. Yeah, we got like almost 30 downloads this morning already.
Wow.
And I haven't even released an episode. Well, this is Sunday's episode, what we're doing right now. But, yeah, I woke up like, whoa, seeing all them downloads. I'm like, nice. Somebody... I'm going to assume it's one person. They went down a rabbit hole because someone downloaded a bunch of our episodes this morning.
Nice.
I mean, ones from back in April, early June,
So maybe
May.
somebody knew and they're like, oh, cool, what else does he have? And then...
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Yep. So we appreciate it. Michelle just poured herself a cafe. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go pull the clothes and, we're going to go get some breakfast. And thanks for listening. So Trump half admitted that he knows about Project 2025. Listen to this.
But no, I mean, some of them I know who they are, but they're very, very
I'm going to play it over, y'all.
conservative. Just like came up with this Project 25, and I don't even know. I mean, some of them I know who they are, but they're very, very conservative. Just like you have, they're sort of the opposite of the radical left. Okay, came.
So he went from like,
I don't know anything about that until, oh, well, maybe.
tried to like slide it in there real quick.
Yep. Sherwin's show tomorrow is dedicated to the Project 2025. He wants to educate people on what it is and what it isn't. And
Nice. See, that's why we listen to Sherwin's show. We're saying if Sherwin leaves 101.7 The Truth, it would be fucked. They would be fucked. He's on an island there. But I will say Kerry, Noni, and Benjamin,
Yes.
They're Democrat, and they're starting to speak up about it and stand
And I
there.
love their show. I wish it was more than an hour. Because I love their dynamic. I love their topics.
What's their show called?
Jammin' with Juice.
Yep, shout out Jammin' with Juice.
I love their topics. They do a little like, pop culture,
whatever.
or whatever. But they talk about real stuff too.
Lately,
but
they've
they
been
make it fun.
Right.
And I think it's fun because you can tell that they just genuinely get along and
For sure.
they're cool.
They got great
and-
chemistry.
Yeah, great chemistry.
And I like that they're picking a side and letting people know what they're about. We're Democrats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But yeah, I love their show. I wish it was,
More than an hour.
even if it was just 2 hours, like it would just, because they have a lot to say and then it's like, oh, our time's up kind of thing.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We're about to head out for breakfast. And that's it. Peace.